Your intuitive abilities are showing up in different ways, okay? I feel like your intuitive abilities are enhancing right now, and I feel like they're becoming stronger. And some of the abilities that you may have had before, they are still there, but they're showing up in different ways, okay? I feel like your spirit team are doing this simply because they're in a space of wanting you to experience different ways of, what's the word I'm looking for? They're wanting you to experience different ways of experiencing like certain abilities in different aspects, okay? So for instance, say you are someone who is quite tapped in and you have this, you're clairsentient, right? You tend to feel a lot of things, so like you might get goosebumps, or you might experience like a shiver down your spine, okay? It's not to say that your clairsentience has disappeared. Maybe you haven't been feeling that of lately, but instead of feeling that, you've been feeling that. For instance, you might get like a pressure in the middle of your forehead, okay? And when you get that pressure, you're like, oh, I wonder if da 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 da, and then you get that pressure, okay? It's like your body, you're experiencing that same clairsentience, but in different parts of the body now, or in different ways, okay? Or let's just say you're so used to seeing angel numbers now, but instead of it being angel numbers, you now upgraded to hearing a repetitive song, or you keep seeing a particular color, things like that, right? So your spiritual abilities are upgrading, so you're needing to pay attention to that, okay? I feel like some of you are coming online even more so, and for those of you, because you're upgrading, you may notice that sometimes where your intuition was always on point, it might be a little bit off. It's because you're recalibrating. Does that make sense? It's like you're recalibrating. So while it's just like, okay, I always use the analogy, like if you're working out, right? You need to rest. The rest is one of the crucial points in order for your muscles to repair, tear, and grow and become stronger and get bigger, so that you can build that muscle mass if that's what you're aiming for, okay? It's the same thing. When you go through spiritual upgrades and you go through integrations, right? You become better, but in order to do that, it's just like when you have to restart your phone when you've had a software update. You have to reset, you have to rest. So some of you are in a space of resting. Also, spirit has been giving you divine direction as well, okay? You may have noticed that there have been certain things that have been blocked for you, like you've been wanting to take steps in a certain direction, and there seems to be all of these obstacles. It's because that's not the direction they need you to go in right now. And I'm also hearing for some of you are trying to steer the wheel of your life, but you have now got to a point where there's been a lot of karmic lessons that you've learned, which is requiring you to understand that you are now on your divine path. So whereas you may have felt like anything that you want isn't coming to pass, it's because you are on a divine plan, okay? So you still have free will. However, you have to go according to the path that has been chosen for you, okay? Which requires you to be a little bit more discerning of your surroundings and the people that you have around you, okay? Now I'm feeling that for some of you have been into this space where you've been diving deeper into your spiritual practices. So some of you could be reading the Bible, some of you could be reading the Quran, some of you I'm seeing like that esoteric books, okay? For some, I don't know why I need to say this, but Billy Carson is also significant for somebody. So you could be in that space of studying him and things like that, or you are now being I'm hearing when the student is ready, the master appears, or something like that, that saying. So it's almost as if because you are in this space of upgrading and integrating, the person who is supposed to come and assist you, whether they be a physical human, or an energetic being, is now being presented to you, okay? So teachers are going to be passing your path so that you can continue to elevate and grow, okay? I'm also hearing that for some of you need to level up on your spending habits, okay? I'm hearing that some of you might be spending at this particular time unnecessarily. I understand that it is the holiday season, so some of you are going all out to buy presents and things like that if you are into the holiday season, but you're needing to rein in your expenses. I'm also hearing this is why you're needing to, I'm hearing fumigate. There's something heavy about like cleaning out your circle and your family groups, okay? There's something big about that. sun's coming out for clarification. Yeah, there's something big about that. So there's something about clearing out like your social groups, and the reason why I feel that is as well is because at this particular time there is this star power that's going on. There's some type of wish that you've been asking for, and I feel like for some of you, you know that you are destined for greatness. I feel like some of you know, I feel like for some of you from a very young age, you've always dreamed of being some type of star, and I don't necessarily mean a star in like the celebrity sense, but you've always wanted to make an impact. You've always known that you are supposed to help people. You are a people person. Maybe not at such a young age you thought of humanitarianism, but you've been in that space of wanting to be in that space where you help like a lot of people. I'm also hearing a philanthropist. I think that's the right word, right? But you're gonna be in arenas where you're helping masses of people. This is what I'm seeing, okay? And for some of you, this is going to require you to go in a completely different direction. I feel like what you're doing now might not necessarily be as fulfilling, so you're going to be taken in a completely new direction. And some of you are trying to rush this process. Some of you are in a space of like, okay, you can feel the pull to go in a different direction, but you haven't been given like the go ahead from, say, your spirit team, or you know, following the divine inspirations and synchronicities of what direction to go in. And that's because they kind of, you, like I said, you're in this integration process right now, so they're needing you to kind of slow down. They're needing you to just be in a space of like just resting and just being in the space of flow. And as you're in that space, it will come to you, okay? You need to understand that there is a greater plan at play here. Rainbows are also significant for you as well. I'm also hearing tanning beds, so you could have gone to a tanning bed of recently, so on and so forth. Eyelashes I'm also seeing as well. I don't know why they're giving me that. I think I said rainbow already, things of that nature. White cars are very, very significant because I'm seeing an abundance of white cars right now. That just, it's almost as if like spirit just focused my attention on the white cars, right? Okay, Mercedes, you could be getting a Mercedes car, or this is a car that you drive, things of that nature, okay? But there is some type of star power here, and I feel like with this star power, you're going to have a really great influence over a lot of people's lives, and you're going to help to change their lives in a very drastic way. And I feel like this is something you've always known, and I say that as like a mass flock of birds literally just like flew past, right? So you're needing to understand is, I'm also hearing stargazing as well. And for a lot of you, your star families are in this space of helping you with this grand mission. Yeah, there's so many birds right now, it's crazy. So many birds. So many birds. Yeah, your star family are assisting you with this right now, because they understand when you signed up for this, yeah, fast changes. Woo! Lord have mercy. Fast changes. Things are going to move very, very quickly after like this integration process. I'm hearing for a lot of you, after February 2nd, things are going to be moving at a rapid pace, okay? Surprise, okay? So there's something you're going to do. For those of you that are very heavy into like social media, or your creators or influencers, something's about to take off for you, okay? I'm hearing post that picture, post that video, post that content, okay? Some of you are also needing to start to create your own communities, okay? I'm also hearing that possibly doing it outside of like the mainstream media platforms like say TikTok and YouTube. Maybe Patreon, or have your own community that you build via your own website is also something significant for somebody. But there's something about a surprise here, something, yeah, be ready for change. So this is what I'm saying, things are changing, you're going on a new adventure, a new path, and you need to just trust it, okay? I'm hearing comparison is the theft of joy. Do not compare yourself to anyone else out here. Your path is different, okay? I'm channeling right now because the energy just switched. Do you understand? The energy, do not compare yourself to anyone out here, okay? Just because the next person is doing something that you feel is better than you does not make them better than you. Okay, let me say that again. Just because the next person is doing something that you deem is better than you does not mean that they are better than you, okay? Stay in your lane. Focus on what brings you joy, yeah? And see how quickly that gives you the fulfillment and the joy that you have been seeking. the more you compare yourself to people in their life, the more depressed you feel, and the more you feel like you keep seeking, and then you start to feel like you are not enough. You are enough just because you exist, not because of what you attain, not because of what you wear or how you look or how you present yourself. It has nothing to do with that. You are worthy because you just simply exist. That's it, point blank, period. And you don't need any validation from anyone else apart from your fucking self. Do you understand? And your spirit team. Money matters, as I was saying. So you do have money coming in. Invest your money wisely, okay? Expenses, save, cut costs, resource plan ahead, make an informed choice. All right. So yeah, just make sure that you are being in a space of just managing your money. And remember, every little bit helps. So I'm hearing that even if you start to put like £1 away incoming, okay, even if you start to put £1 or $1 or a yen or whatever away, right, just be in a space of just saving your money for a rainy day. I'm also hearing that there may be some type of like financial hiccup that may come up, so this is a heads up to make sure you save a little bit of money. If you haven't already, put that away so that if that hiccup does manifest and materialize, you're pretty much set, okay? So yeah, be wise, use your wisdom. Ours may be significant, but that's the message that I've got for you guys, okay? I'm sending you loads of love and blessings, and I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah.